6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Anjana Dodamgoda, assisted by Sanjay, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The President will depart on the 18th to attend the 10th World Water Forum high-level meeting in Indonesia. The Prime Minister calls for increasing economic and religious ties with Myanmar. The government mobilizes a special delegation to ensure welfare of Sri Lankans embroiled in Russian-Ukraine conflict. The Cabinet of Ministers is given the green light to the Technology Promotion Act replacing 20-year-old ICTA. A-level classes for this year's O-level students to begin on the 4th of June. Foreign news. According to medical sources, Slovakia Prime Minister is in a stable yet serious condition after the shooting. And in sports, is women's cricket schedule announced for the West Indies Women's Tour of Sri Lanka 2024. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has confirmed his participation in the 10th World Water Forum high-level meeting to be held from the 18th to the 20th of this month in Bali, Indonesia. This significant gathering, themed Water for Shared Prosperity, will convene the global leaders to address pressing issues related to water management and sustainability. President Wickremesinghe will leave for Indonesia on the 18th, following an invitation from Indonesian President Joko Widodo, underscoring Sri Lanka's commitment to international cooperation on water-related challenges. Scheduled to deliver a keynote address on the 20th of May, President Wickremesinghe will articulate Sri Lanka's perspective on achieving equitable access to water resources for all. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said there's huge potential for further increasing trade, economic and Buddhist ties between Myanmar and Sri Lanka. He said this when Myanmar Chargé d'Affaires Lia Wei Win called him at Temple Trees today. The Prime Minister said that economic and trade relations in many areas, such as gem and jewellery, tea and coconut trade, minerals, tourism with a special emphasis on Buddhist tourism, could be strengthened. He also suggested barter trade on tea and coconut, as Myanmar is keen to export coconut to Sri Lanka for processing and re-exporting to third countries. Acting Ambassador Lee Yi Win said Sri Lanka could participate in Yangon Trade Fair to explore potential areas to import and export economic collaboration. The Prime Minister pointed out that the teachings of the Buddha are prevalent even after 2,600 years, and it has helped to strengthen close religious and diplomatic relations between Sri Lanka and Myanmar. He also stated that Sri Lankan Buddhists are grateful to Myanmar for organizing a higher ordination in Sri Lanka in the 19th century, which helped to establish two sects called Ramanya and Amarapura Nikayas. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Tharaka Balasurya announced that President Ranil Wickremesinghe has issued directives for the dispatch of a specialized delegation to Russia to investigate the welfare of Sri Lankans amidst the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war. According to the State Minister, this delegation will include the Secretary to the Ministry of Defense, a former ambassador to Russia, and officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with plans to prompt departure to Russia. State Minister Balasurya made this announcement during a press briefing titled Collective Path to a Stable Country held at the President's Media Centre. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Cabinet of Ministers on Monday cleared the introduction of the Technology Promotion Act, signalling a significant step towards modernizing the legislative framework to embrace the digital age. The decision involves the cancellation of the existing Information and Communication Technology Act No. 27 of 2003 and the drafting of a new bill based on concept paper prepared for this purpose. The introduction of the Technology Promotion Act will provide a comprehensive legal framework to promote and regulate technology-related activities in the country. Cabinet co-spokesman and Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said at the post-cabinet meeting media briefing held yesterday, by updating outdated legislation and embracing new approaches to technology governance, the government aims to create an enabling environment for technological advancement and digital entrepreneurship. The Minister of Education has announced that advanced level classes for students who recently sat for the GCE ordinary level examination will commence on the 4th of June. This initiative is aimed at ensuring a smooth transition for students progressing to their next stage of education without delay. This decision to begin A-level classes promptly follows the completion of the O-level exams, providing students with immediate continuity in their academic pursuits. The ministry emphasizes the importance of maintaining academic momentum and minimizing any potential learning gaps during this critical period. Educational institutions across the country have been instructed to make necessary preparations to welcome the new batch of A-level students. This includes ensuring that classrooms and teaching resources are adequately prepared and that faculty members are ready to provide the required academic support. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe has criticized certain individuals for spreading disinformation that negatively impacts the stock market. He noted that certain discussions which predict the dissolution of Parliament cause market instability. Some individuals claim that the discussions on economic transformation are unsuccessful, while others are predicting about the dissolution of Parliament. When they make these types of statements, the stock market faces a downturn on the following day. Then they purchase the shares. When the government assures the people that no such development will take place, the market rises again and they sell their stocks at profit. This is not a political issue, the President explained. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made these remarks yesterday during the opening of the new court complex in Teldennia. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
In Watchlight this evening, consultant community physician Dr. Shereen Balasingham of the Health Ministry's Directorate of Non-Communicable Disease says that the number of patients with high blood pressure reported in Sri Lanka has increased. She revealed that following a survey carried out covering all districts in the island on the adult population between the ages of 18 to 69 years, it was reported that 35% of them are suffering from hypertension. She further stated that several programs are held globally each year on May 17th to raise awareness on high blood pressure and on the third week of May regarding salt intake. And that came to you in Watchlight. World News headlines first. According to medical sources, Slovakia Prime Minister is in stable yet serious condition after shooting. Dance videos of the Indian Prime Minister rival turn-up AI heat in India election. Chinese President called greater efforts to protect Great Wall of China. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico is in a stable but serious condition after being shot several times on Wednesday, according to doctors. The hospital director said he was currently in an intensive care unit after 5 hours in surgery. Earlier, Mr. Fico, 59, was said to have been fighting for his life after being gravely injured in an attack in the small town of Handova. A suspect was detained at the scene of the shooting. An AI video shows an ecstatic Narendra Modi sporting a trendy jacket and trousers grooving on stage to a Bollywood song as the crowd cheers. The Indian Prime Minister reshared the video on X, saying such creativity in peak poll season is truly a delight. Another video with the same stage setting shows Modi's rival Mamata Banerjee dancing in a sari-like outfit, but the background score is part of a speech criticizing those who quit her party to join Modi's. State police have launched an investigation saying the video can affect law and order. Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for efforts to let more people know about the Great Wall and engage more people in its protection to pass the ancestors' precious heritage to future generations. Xi, also General Secretary to the Communist Party of China Central Committee and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, made the remark in a letter sent on Tuesday to villagers living at the root of the Beiling Great Wall in a northern suburb of Beijing. Back to the headlines of the world news. According to medical sources, Slovak Prime Minister is in a stable yet serious condition after the shooting. Dance videos of the Indian Prime Minister rival turn-up AI heat in India. Chinese President calls for greater efforts to protect Great Wall of China. And that ends world news.
Development news.
Port City of Colombo, a visionary multi-service special economic zone poised to transform Sri Lanka into the next global investment destination, provides opportunities to a diversity of companies to upscale their businesses within the property development and key trust sectors while being supported by strong investor mechanisms, with the aim of becoming a world-class hub for corporate relations and the engine of Sri Lanka's future economic development. Port City Colombo will empower large-scale business growth within the South Asian region through a reliable and competitive regulatory environment that enhances the ease of doing business. And that was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
The West Indies national women's cricket team will arrive in Sri Lanka during the month of June for a white ball tour consisting of 3-match ODI and 3-match T20I series. The team will play the 3-match ODI series against Sri Lanka's women's cricket team from the 15th to the 21st of June at the Galle International Cricket Stadium. The 3-match T20I series between the sides will be played from the 24th to the 28th of June at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. And that was sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Fonterra Cooperative Group Limited has today announced a step change in its strategic direction as it commits to deepening its position as a world-leading provider of high-value, innovative dairy ingredients. As part of this, the co-op has announced it's exploring full or partial divestment options for some or all of its global consumer business, as well as its integrated business Fonterra Oceania and Fonterra Sri Lanka. Chairman Peter McBride says this is a significant move for the co-op, which will set it up to grow long-term value for farmer shareholders and unit holders. And that was business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. The Colombo stock market yesterday saw the highest single-day net foreign buying for the year thanks to strategic deals of ambient capital through local investor sentiment was mixed. The active S&P SL20 index was down by 0.94% and the benchmark ASPI was down by 0.55%. Turnover was 3.2 billion rupees, involving 152.2 million shares. Foreign investors turned net buyers, recording a net inflow of 772.1 million rupees, whereas until yesterday the market had seen net selling of over 900 million rupees in May. Net foreign buying topped in ambient capital at 991 million rupees, and that was economic news.
Weather report.
Showery and windy conditions are expected to enhance during the next few days due to pre-monsoonal conditions over the country and surrounding sea areas. Showers or thunderstorms will occur at times in the western, Sabrakammu and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Matra district. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere of the island in the evening. Heavy showers, about 100 millimeters, are likely at some places in the western, central, Saparkamo and Uva provinces. And to end this news broadcast, the headlines again. The President will depart on the 18th to attend the 10th World Water Forum high-level meeting in Indonesia. The Prime Minister calls for increasing economic and religious ties with Myanmar. The government mobilizes special delegation to ensure welfare of Sri Lankans embroiled in Russian-Ukraine conflict. Cabinet of Ministers is given green light to the Technology Promotion Act replacing 20-year-old ICTA. A-level classes for this year's O-level students to begin on the 4th of June. Foreign news, according to medical sources, Slovakia Prime Minister is in a stable yet serious condition after the shooting. Sports, its women's cricket schedule announced for West Indies Women's Tour of Sri Lanka 2024. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and it's over to Mariela Vandot on the other side to keep you entertained this Thursday evening. Over to you, Mariela.